It's finished full time, Togo 0, Algeria 3, but there's so much more to talk about apart from the end result. Obviously, we have to say, first win of the year, first clean sheet, no real problems, no players seemingly suffering any injury problems and stuff like that. But what about all of this off the field stuff? Let's get straight into it anyway. Let's not beat around the bush, right? We've got a game that is not televised, but there's a few spectators in the stadium. So what is the point of saying, oh, we're not going to show it to sort of hide our tactics and our plans, but we're going to let people in that have obviously stuff like mobile phones that can live stream it, right? And then you're getting Facebook streams of like some lads in Lomé with 500,000 Algerians watching around the world. It's unbelievable. You know full well that Algerians are going to find a way. We're going to find any way of watching this game, even if it's done in Alcatraz or the middle of nowhere, we'll find a way to watch it. So what is the point, particularly when you're going to let spectators in so Togolese people can watch it, but the Algerian fans can't? I find it very hard to fathom what the logic is behind that. It's so illogical. And we're sitting here now, we've all seen pretty much all the goals. We've all been on the hunt for these streams of mobile Facebook viewers and whatever. We've all seen the game. And I have to say, it wasn't even main Togo, we knew that. It was local Togo. They were absolutely atrocious. Our defence has not had to do a kick. In fact, our defence was too busy attacking. 2 of the 3 goals were scored by a centre-half. We don't even know defensively if we're tight at the back. I mean, what sort of opposition was this? A Togo C team? And then we're going to play Burundi as well. Like, I'm not being funny. We're no closer to knowing, defensively, how good we are at the back, right? That's a fact. Clearly, we've picked these 2 opponents to work on our shape, our fitness, and what we're doing. Nothing to do with how our position can hurt us. I mean, these lot, the main lot, Togo, the main lot couldn't qualify, let alone these poor Mesquines. Anyway, I don't know what to say. Interestingly, in terms of the starting lineup, I think it's quite close to what we're going to see in Game 1. Amora didn't start. He won't start Game 1. The back 4 and keepers very obvious. You've got Mandrea, Ait-Nouri, Mandy, Bensebaini. Good to get Artal getting those minutes in. So I think the keeper and back 4, barring any injuries, very solid. Benassa starting for Algeria, absolutely massive. That proves he's fit to play the group stage. Starting this game, we can't bench him in the group stage. Even the last group stage, I think he was benched towards the beginning of the tournament. And look how that went out. Tournament before, he was a player of the whole tournament. So Benassa starting is one of the big positives to take out from this. I think Ben Talib was in there as well. And Sofiane Feghouli, not many people had him to start. Maybe Fegouli's the only change you change in that team to the first game. Maybe instead of Feghouli you play Shaibi or Awar. And then the front 3, Adam Unas. It's an interesting call to play him on the left-hand side. Riyad Mahrez, of course, the captain on the right. Slimani up top, got his goal as well. So Unas, Slimani and Mahrez for Game 1 with Amora suspended. It's looking more than likely. But Feghouli didn't... I don't think Fegouli's going to start in the group stage. I think he was there to have a look at him. I think Shaibi will take that place pretty solid. But yeah, complete shambles trying to watch the game. Al Hadef were showing everything, the national anthems, the warm-ups, but then the whistle went to kick off and they cut the feed. They were like, we're going to respect Belmadi, not show the game. He doesn't want it to be shown. But then everyone else is going to live stream it. I don't get it, honestly. So, interestingly, all 3 of the goals were headers. Like set pieces, effectively. All 3 goals were headers. 2 from Rami Bensebaini and 1 from Slimani. Slimani, I think, has now scored against 25 countries in Africa. It's a record. It's unbelievable. And Bensebaini with 2. Wasn't expecting that. But when he moves to centre-back, you don't get that from him at left-back. You get him bursting forward and crossing and passing like the Ivory Coast quarter-final a few years ago. This one, centre-half, he's a real unit. He's a real aerial threat. And I have to say, I wasn't expecting this. But I thought about it. Algeria are a real threat from set pieces. You think of the goal against Senegal when we headed it in, I think Shaibi. You think of the Egypt game when Slimani was there trying to nod it in. We had a disallowed header in that game as well. We're a real threat from set pieces, particularly with the likes of Slimani, Bounedjah. Guitourne is massive if he's on the pitch. Bensebaini. I think this could be a secret weapon. We might be a bit of a set piece team. Yes, we've got fancy dribblers like Mahrez, like Adam Unas. Like Belayli, he can dribble. But set pieces, I'm starting to think now, the delivery from these players is important. Adam Nurse getting the assist for the first goal from the corner. Bang, Bensebaini heads it. Benassa, I think, crossed the second goal. Bang, Slimani heads it. The third goal, did Shaibi come on? Or I can't remember. I think Shaibi may have come on, took the corner, and Bensebaini headed it in. We have got some real quality, not only with the delivery of Mahrez, of Shaibi, of Awar, of Benassa, Adam Nurse, but also heading it in. And I think this is going to be a big part of our AFCON, which might shock a lot of people. We're going to be utilising these set pieces. When we get a corner or a free kick, when we put it in that box, I think we're going to be favourites to win the ball, and I think teams are going to be scared. And I think that's something Slimani will work on, our set piece routine. So just something to think about, because I was thinking as well, the friendlies, quite a few big goals came from set pieces, and the opposition weren't expecting it. But I think Bensebaini getting forward for 2 goals is a real positive. What a game for him, obviously, because he gets a clean sheet as well. But all around, that defence wasn't tested, but the positives are that Benassa is in there, the set pieces, another goal for Slimani. You'd think now Slimani would get the nod for the Angola game, you think. Adam Nurse, from what we could see on the 360p vision of the camera, he looks on the left-hand side like he could play there. I think I'd put Shaibi where Faguli is and Mahrez is Mahrez. He'll get that right no matter what. But especially if Adam Nurse is playing on the left, something we didn't really think about. Interestingly, in the second half, we made, like, what was it? In the end, we made 10 subs. I think every outfield player got subbed, apart from the goalkeeper didn't. Interestingly, Bensebaini and Mandy were the 2 that got subbed much later compared to the other 8. And Bensebaini stayed on and got another goal. Shaibi crossed it, I think, for that one. But it's good to see the squad utilised, giving them more minutes. Larousi came on, Balid came on, Tuba came on, Gitoun came on, Badawi, Awar, all these guys came on, Bunajah, Balali. So it was great to see a real togetherness, and everyone gets minutes. And of course, apart from the goalkeepers, but of course Zugba's not there yet, and well, he's got an injury, so putting Ben Borton is a bit pointless, I'll be honest. But that was not a good team. The defending from local Togo was atrocious, actually shocking. It was Sunday League at best. And that's why I'm a bit hesitant to get overexcited over this 3-0. Burundi will be a much better test. It's proper Burundi, it's not local Burundi. But again, they haven't qualified either. So let's see how it pans out. But maybe we should be happy we won 3-0 against Togo in Togo. Elsewhere today, Burkina Faso lost 2-1 to Iran. And you have to say, if Iran can beat them, why can't we? So I'm not as scared of Faso as perhaps many are. If we can't beat Burkina Faso, we can't be taken seriously to win the tournament. But a good start. Let's take it through. Let's keep everyone fit and fresh. Next game we'll look forward to close to the time, but that'll be less than a week before the first group game. So you wouldn't want to risk too many injuries in the Burundi one. But yeah, do you think we should be taking a lot from this game? Let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.